You need to stop doing these things if you want your relationship to survive. Hey BEHAVIOURS, you're welcome back, and if you're new here, you are welcome. My name is Tovia Ogun, and in this YouTube channel I talk about relationship growth content, life in Scotland content, and of course traveling vlogs. And if this is something you'll be interested in, please make sure that you subscribe. Like you've already heard from the intro, if you want your relationship to survive, if you want your relationship to be better, if you want to get married someday, if that's what you're aiming for in your relationship, these are the things you need to stop doing. Of course, this is just the part one because there's a lot of stuff that you need to stop doing if you want your relationship to survive, but this is a part one and I'll be uploading the part two another day. But with that being said, let's just get into the things you need to stop doing so your relationship will survive and last longer. The first thing you need to do if you want your relationship to last longer is to stop depriving yourself of your goals or career. Now, what do I mean? There's a lot of you in a relationship today, especially the females. The instant you get into a relationship, maybe the guy you're dating has money or is okay financially, at least he can take care of himself and provide whatever he needs. Not like he's the most richest, but he's just okay. A lot of you then leave everything you once had for yourself, leave your goals, leave your career, leave the things you want, dream of, that if I grow up I want to be this, I want to be that. A lot of you just forget all of those stuff and then focus all of you, put all of you into that relationship. Of course you can put all of you in a relationship, that's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that thing you've planned to do, a lot of you automatically just forget it. At least the guy is giving you something for you to buy whatever you need, or the guy is providing one or two for you. A lot of you just forget about your careers, you forget about your goals, you forget about the things you once said you want to do or you want to be. You just put everything on the guy, and as a result of this, once most of you get heartbroken, once they've served you breakfast at break, you find it really hard to cope. You find it really hard to survive after that, because you don't have anything for yourself. You don't have any plan that you've made up for your own self. You don't have any goals for your own self. You don't have any money in your account, because if that guy doesn't give you anything, you don't have anything for yourself. If the guy doesn't say, oh okay baby, take this, you're just jobless. You just, your account is empty. You don't have any future. Although you once had this future before you started dating this guy, but the instant you get into the relationship, you forgot about all your plans, and everything you do is your guy. Everything you're thinking about is your guy, is your relationship. I know this does happen with the male folks as well, those made dating rich girls, or those girls that are taking care of them. You do have this mindset as well, okay? But this is so common with our sisters, with the girls, and this is not even okay. A lot of you do learn the hard way. A lot of us, I mean, we are humans, a lot of us do learn the hard way. We do learn with example. Until you've been served breakfast, that's when you will realize you need to start working on yourself. You need to have your own goals. You need to fight for yourself. Aside the fact that this will affect you a lot once you've broken up, God forbid breakups, but once you are in a situation where the guy doesn't have anything to provide, you yourself, you can't even provide for yourself. You're adding your pressure to the guy's pressure, and that's not even okay. Another thing about this is because most guys are going through a lot that they can't even tell you. Sometimes your own guy needs support. It's not always him to you. Sometimes he needs help from you. Sometimes he needs support from you. Sometimes he will be happy when, for example, you need to buy him a gift during his birthday and that money comes fully from you and not always from the guy. He will really be appreciative of that. If you're in a relationship, yes, the guy can bring maybe a lot, but you should also be there to support. Sometimes if you want to cook in the house, don't always expect, oh, he's the one to always bring you that money before you do that. Be able to also like surprise him with things you can do for yourself, with things you are doing, with your own plans. A lot of people love career women. A lot of people love women that are also fighting to become something. And if you're the opposite of that, with this time and age, you might end up being served breakfast, and after your breakfast, your life will be solely empty. You don't have anything to show off because you've been depending on a guy. The main thing I'm trying to pass out to you today is, do not forget your plans. Do not forget your goals. Do not forget your career because you are dating a guy, because you are in a relationship, because of a man do not forget what you plan, or because of a woman, do not forget what you want to be. I know most guys, okay, they are easily motivated by who they are dating. Once they're dating a woman and they want to always provide for her, that will motivate them. But girls, I don't even know what motivates you guys. The motivation should be something for yourself, be something for your family, be something for the whole community, not just for the fact that your guy needs to keep providing. Because at the end of the day, once a lot of your safe breakfast, you will discover that you're going to start from scratch. This is why you do feel it a lot. Some people, you will serve them breakfast today, they will feel it, but they won't feel it that much because they can still take care of themselves. It will look like, well, the only thing I'm going to miss from this relationship is a guy that was, you know, always talking to me, you know, being there in the other part as well. And they'll be like, okay, life goes on. But some of you, if they serve you breakfast today, oh my days, you will be empty. You will be like, hey, no money, nothing to take care of yourself, because you've all been depending on a guy. So if you need your relationship to survive, because a guy will get fed up if he's always providing, okay, there are some days you will need to also support him. So if you want your relationship to survive, if you want your relationship to go well as planned, you need to start working on your own career. In this time and age, don't just put all of you in a man. Don't put all of you in a man. I mean, I don't want to emphasize on that too much. I believe I already done that. But do not put all of you in a man. Be your own self. Fight for your own career. Fight for your own goals. Be something for yourself. If they serve you breakfast today, you'll be like, well, life goes on. I can take care of myself. Anyways, that's not the story, but just be something for yourself. Don't forget about your career because of a relationship, because of a man, okay? And I just wanted to add this to that first point is, I know that some of you, you'll be in a relationship, the guy will be like, oh, don't work, don't do this, don't do that, I will take care of you. Darling, make him understand that, babe, I still want to be something. I still want to support you. Even if you don't need my support, I still want to be able to provide for my own family. You have parents, you have siblings. Tell them you still want to be able to provide, or you want to be able to help the community. At least if he hears that, it doesn't need to be giving you money every time to be giving it to other people, okay? So he will definitely understand and let you be doing one thing or the other, okay? You don't need to be working the biggest job in the whole world. In that way, you don't have time for your relationship or for your own self. You don't need to do that, but just have something doing that at least can also take care of you. If worst comes to worst, you don't need to be told. The second thing you need to stop doing in a relationship so your relationship will last longer or survive is you need to stop telling people, especially your friends, all that is going on in your relationship. There are a lot of you here that is listening to me today that the only thing you know in this life is how to bring your relationship to the table when you're with your friends, when you're with people. Like, I think you don't have anything to talk about. Exactly why I say you should have a job. You should have a career in the first step. If you have a career, if you're talking to people, you will discuss about your career and not always about your relationship. Most of you, whenever you are with your friends, everything that is happening in your relationship, both in and out, everything, you just bring it all to the table. You will tell them how your man is acting, what is buying for you, how he's taking care of you, how he does wake you up in the morning when you're going to bed. Oh my days. I mean, see, at this time and age, in this 21st century, with all of the stuff that are going on every day, our friends are betraying each other, you still think you need to be disclosing all about your relationship to people that much. It's not all right. You're not okay. Okay, it's normal for you to have one or two people you trust. It is okay. Okay, and I know not all friends are the same. Do not get me wrong, because a lot of you might be like, it's like all my friends are wicked though because of whatever I'm saying. That's not what I'm trying to say. There are good friends out there. There are good people out there. Because if there's no good people out there, the word good would not be existing. Okay, so there is still good and there's bad. There's just more of bad to good. And this is why you need to be careful of everything you're disclosing in your relationship. I know that sometimes you need to talk to someone, you need advice, you need counseling, or you just need to let it out to help you in your relationship so you can feel better because of what you're going through. I do understand. There are actually people that you can talk to. Okay, I will make a separate video about that, of the kind of people you can trust to disclose your relationship stuff with them. Okay, now that is a different video, but with what I'm saying in this video is you need to be careful, because a lot of you, your relationship ended, you had a breakup, they served you breakfast after what you said to your friend or friends. Most times it's not even that friend that you talk to that is ruining everything. You talk to that friend, and because everybody loves gist, from that friend they will meet other people, or they will meet other their friends, because your friend have a friend, your best friend has a best friend. Okay, because the instant you disclose this stuff to that person, to that your friend, and once they're with other of their friends, once everyone is discussing, they disclose to that one, and that's how the stuff start going. And there are just people on earth who don't even know you personally, they don't know what you do, they are just feel of jealousy. They just don't like to see other people happy. They just don't like to see other people smiling. So those type of people, once they hear your story, they are ready to destroy everything for you. Okay, so you need to be careful of what you're saying to your friends. Be very careful of your tongue. Be very careful of the things you're saying. Okay, because the instant you start disclosing too much about your relationship and you don't know the people you're disclosing it to, this might end up destroying your relationship. It might end up destroying your home. It might end up destroying the things you built up for years. So you need to be careful. Not just people, I think I haven't said this, I mean, it's obviously to people, but social media as well. Social media does play a big role in destroying your relationship. I know most of you, what you post about your spouse, and people you don't even know that saw that, they will start going underground to spoil your relationship. And one day you wake up, you're serving you breakfast, when you're like, ow, what have I done wrong? Yeah, what you've done wrong is you talk too much. Okay, you've talked too much, you've disclosed everything about your relationship to someone else or to the social media community. And obviously there are good and bad. In fact, there are a lot of bad on social media, and from there, that's the end. So be very mindful of what you disclose to your friends or other people in your relationship. The enemy is always from the inside. It's not usually from the outside. Okay, it's usually from the inside. So be wise and watch everything you're disclosing about your man or about your woman, because it's both sides. Okay, the third thing you need to stop doing in your relationship is hurting yourself over stuff you cannot control. And I'm just gonna say the obvious one, e.g. cheating. That is the obvious one. Okay, now I mean, you guys are not new to that. Okay, so this is one of the things you can't control. It's up to the man if they want to stop cheating or not. Okay, now why do I need to say this? There is a video that is currently trending earlier this week about a woman who saw her husband, a wife obviously, who saw her husband with another girl, and then she went after them while driving with speed and all of that. God knows whatever happened. She had an accident and they got her to the hospital. She could not survive, and according to sources, according to nurses, a lot of them said the man was crying, begging her for forgiveness in a sick bed. Now, I have read so many comments of people in our post. A lot of people are honestly blaming the woman, saying, oh my God, why would she go after the man? I mean, I don't know, people are God nowadays. I never knew you are all God to know what is going to happen next. A lot of you would do the same. Let's be frank and sincere. A lot of you, if you see your man with another woman today, you go after him. You go after them. A lot of you have even gone extreme. You've gone to confront other girls regarding your man. They should leave your man. So it's the same thing. You can go there and then someone hits you on your head. That's the end. So nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the next 1 hour, in the next 1 second, in the next 2 minutes. You don't know. That lady never had it on mind that she pursued the man, she's gonna end up having serious accident that's gonna take her life. So a lot of you are committing nonsense. A lot of you are committing like you don't think. Okay, so stop committing stuff like that, because if you were in her shoe, you would do the same thing. With that being said, so what I'm trying to say is you need to stop hurting yourself as a result of things you cannot control in your relationship. I mean, we have all been there. Again, we all learn the hard way. We've all been there. We've all been in that situation whereby you stay awake because you're trying to call your man. He told you he's going out, or he told you he'll be home very soon, and you've been trying to call him. He's not even answering your call, and at the end of the day, you end up staying awake all night because you're trying to reach him. I believe we've all been there, because you're like, what is he doing? You're thinking, and as a result, most times you end up getting late to work the next day, or you end up with different stuff. A lot of people have ended up with BP, all in the name of relationship. I mean, we will have a separate topic about that. But that being said, stop hurting yourself over stuff you can't control. I know that sometimes there's this mindset that comes to you anytime your guy is like, oh my God, he's with another woman. He's probably busy with somebody else. I mean, we all get that. We're all humans. I think some men will also get that. If they don't hear from their woman, they might be like, what is she doing? Is she spending time with the wrong person or stuff like that? I mean, people get it, but it's just come out with women. I think it's the way God made us. But that being said, you can teach yourself, you can teach your mind not to worry about things you can't control, not to worry too much. It will take time for you to get there, but it's a process. You start, controlling yourself, watching the way you think if you don't hear from your mind, watching the things that come into your mind. Sleep. Don't get BP because of a man. That woman that ended up losing her life as a result of a man cheating, she's lost her life. Her kids are dead. There's no more mommy. Maybe that side chick will end up taking the house at the end of the day. Exactly the point. So don't kill yourself. Don't hurt yourself as a result of things you can't control. Find something doing. That's the best solution. Again, back to my tip number 1. If you have something doing, see, if your guy doesn't pick your call, you will get yourself occupied with that. I know that you won't do something 24 hours. You eventually close from your work. Just control yourself. Force yourself and sleep. It's hard, but force yourself. I mean, I will share something that will help in that way. Okay, but that being said, do not hurt yourself over things that you cannot control in your relationship. You need to put yourself first. Darlings, put you first. Okay? Now, let's move to the next step. The 4th thing you need to stop doing in your relationship is stop doing the most because you want to look perfect in his or her eyes. In case you don't know, no one is perfect. If you decided to put on an act in your relationship, like you're acting to look too perfect, because you're acting, you will eventually give up on the acting. You eventually get tired. You eventually wake up one day and the true colors will show up. And if the true colors is something the man can't cope with, it will still leave you. But that being said, ladies, mostly, stop putting up an act. Stop acting. Be yourself around the man. Be yourself around someone you want to date. A lot of you want to live with makeup. You want the man to only see you when you're makeup. You want to look perfect. You want to go to his eyes and be acting, thanks baby, oh baby, yeah, you don't just act like you want to just look too perfect. It's not okay. It's not okay. You will get tired. It will find out someday and the relationship might end up breaking up. So be yourself. Stop putting up an act because you want to look perfect. These are things you shouldn't be doing in a relationship, especially if you plan to live with this person forever. If you plan that you both should go as far as getting married, meaning it will eventually find out. There's been stories back then of people who only live on makeup, and then after the marriage, the man saw this girl through colors. He saw how she truly looked, and then they broke up. Yeah. So a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage, because the embarrassment that comes with a broken marriage is just too much. And also the money you've wasted, girl. No, please. So stop putting up an act. Just being yourself, be you around the man. If he doesn't like who you are, it can go away. A lot of you, because I say you need to be yourself in your relationship, a lot of you be like, okay, because of this I should be myself. I can wake up in the morning, not shower, because I'm okay even when I don't shower, I don't smell. Or I can wear the same clothes today, wear it tomorrow, wear it next tomorrow, to be able to be myself around my man. No, that is dirtiness. That is laziness. That's not okay. That's not even you. That's you being dirty and lazy. So that's not what I'm talking about. You need to work on those parts instead. Those ones that you've been lazy. You need to work on that. That will even make your relationship end if you don't work on that. That's different. When I mean an act, being who you are not, being Mrs. Perfect, being Mrs. Holy, being Mrs. I won't even tell my man if I'm going through anything because I don't want to offend him. Oh, please, you will eventually raise your voice one day. So it's better you make him know these are stuff I don't like, and then you walk it. So stop the act and be yourself, okay? The fifth thing you need to stop doing in your relationship is changing a fixture in your birthday to keep a man or to please a man. I mean, come on. Isn't that too much? If you need to go that extra to please a man, that means you're gonna keep going extra and extra. Okay, there are so many people today who are gonna as far as doing big bumble because they want to please the man, because the man said he loves big ass. Okay, how many of you have told your man you like that thing bigger? Did it change? Of course not. And yet you're still there. Exactly the same point. If you only got it small and he's telling you he prefers it big, and so you, because of that, you're like, I need to go through the needles so that I will please the man or keep the man. God, darling, that's the worst thing any woman should even think of doing. See, if you go through the needles to get one big yash to please a guy, see, the guy will still serve you breakfast, big breakfast, and that's all. Okay, it's not about the fixtures in your birthday. The art does goes a long way, darling. The art does goes a long way. So do not change any fixture in your body to please a man, to keep a man. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That same guy that I told you loves girls with big ass, he's dated a lot of them. He has seen a lot of them. What you should think of, how come he saw all of those girls? Oh, I mean, there are a lot of big asses girls out there. And then he came for you that has it little. But he's always telling you he loves girls with big ass, but he's still with you. That should give you the sense that, oh my God, there's something else. It's not just about the ass. It's just a fixture that will eventually fade. Once you start getting old, all of those things will drop. It will drop. That's where a man who truly loves you come for. These are the times it's important, when you get old, where those things no longer matter. Only the heart, what is truly faced for you, that's what will keep you guys together, not the fixtures in your body. Now, that being said, do not go as far as going through the needles just because you want to please a man or keep a man. It doesn't work. It has never worked right from time, and it's still not working. So do not go that far, darling, okay? The sixth thing that you need to stop doing if you want your relationship to work is keeping quiet when you are hurt. Other words will be stop tolerating things that actually hurts you. So if what a guy is always doing, what the person you're dating is always doing, is always hurting you, a lot of you just want to be sent. Life is not sent. The life is not sent. Life is not decent. If what a person is doing is always hurting you, don't be quiet. I'm not saying go fight. I'm not saying go break someone's head to pass your message. That's what communication comes in. Call the guy, call the girl, and be like, this thing you're doing, I don't like it. It's not good. It's not helping us. It's not helping me. It's always hurting me. It's making me feel not okay. Let it out. A lot of you are tolerating, and at the end of the day, that's it. Most of you, a guy is eating you, and because you want to stay there, you tolerate everything. You keep quiet. You won't even speak out. You won't even make it known. Darling, no, it's not okay. You don't need to lose yourself because you want to please a man. No, there's better chances out there, okay? So if you want your relationship to work, you need to be able to speak. You need to be able to let your man or your woman know what they're doing that you don't like, that is hurting you, that is not helping your relationship. Okay, stop acting like you're a saint. That word does not exist. Okay, it only exists with Christianity, not with humanity, not with life. Okay, you need to speak. Otherwise, you will keep getting hurt and hurt, and or someday, see, this heart, once it's always receiving the wrong signal, it will eventually get really weak. BP. And once it's really weak, it goes. You don't want to lose you because of a relationship. You don't want to lose you because of a man. That is why you need to always speak out. And after you've spoken not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, I mean, it doesn't want too much. But if you've spoken enough, and this person don't want to change, and this thing is really hurting you, go. Life before wet. Life before enjoyment. Yourself before any other thing. Okay? Anyways guys, so that is the 6 things I wanted to share in this part 1 of the things you need to stop doing if you're in a relationship to keep your relationship stronger, or for your own mental health as well. Your health really does matter. So if you are not okay where you currently are, there's more video coming up that will definitely help you guys, and I know this one obviously is going to help you, especially my tip number 1 and number 3 and number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. That means everything is important. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, don't stop this video, share it with your friends, and I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. Thank you for stopping by. I love you. Bye.